Dear viewers, I will be taking you to Sydney Opera House, Harbour Bridge and the New Year Eve festivities at the Opera House at the beginning of the New Year. Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge are widely recognized as the 20th century engineering marvels. Their audacious designs and innovative construction methods pushed the boundaries of architecture and engineering for their time. Construction of the Sydney Bridge started in 1924 and completed in 1932. The Harbour Bridge was the single largest arch bridge in the world at the time of its construction completion. The cost of construction was expected to be around 10 million pounds. The Harbour Bridge houses two flags, one Australian national flag and also Aboriginal flag, the natural inhabitants of the Australia. Sydney Harbour Bridge connects the Sydney Central Business District with north shore of Sydney. It spans Port Jackson, a natural harbour, and serves as a vital transportation link for road traffic, trains, pedestrians and bicyclists. Sydney Harbour Bridge consumed 52,800 tons of steel. The bridge famous arch was constructed from the two sides simultaneously, growing upward and outward until two halves were joined in the middle. It is a visionary design and it is also called coat hanger. Sydney Opera House is another engineering marvel and a UNESCO monument. Opera House construction started in March 1959 and completed in 1973. The Sydney Opera House is celebrated for its distinctive and ambitious design, featuring interlocking vaulted shells, and the construction cost was expected to be 1 or 2 million Australian dollars. The building was designed by Danish architect Orl Utzon. The design was so complex that it posed unprecedented engineering challenges at the time of its design. No one was certain how to build the immense concrete shells. Sydney Opera House is on the banks of the Tasman Sea, which is the part of the large South Pacific Ocean. In front of Sydney Opera House, Royal Botanical Garden. Royal Botanical Garden is an heritage listed 34-hectare botanical garden. It opened in 1816 and it is one of the oldest scientific institutions in Australia and one of the most important historic botanical institutions in the world. Coming back to the Sydney Opera House. Sydney Opera House construction has pioneered the usage of computers. To solve the problem during the constructions, the engineers developed some of the earliest uses of computers for building design. They ultimately determined that the complex curves of the shells could be derived from the surface of a single sphere. Now you are watching the crowd on the occasion of the New Year Eve and the fireworks associated near the Sydney Opera House, Harbour Bridge and the Royal Botanical Garden. The fireworks are started at Sydney Harbour Bridge at 9 p.m. and also during 12 p.m. when the day changes. All over the world, about 1 million people or 10 lakh people assemble to witness the welcoming of the New Year. It is a global tourist attraction, well maintained and managed by the Australian government agencies. During the New Year Eve, aerial monitoring of the crowd done by the police agencies. Sydney Opera House is a multi-venue performing arts center in Sydney, and it is recognized by UNESCO as a designated World Heritage Site in 2007 and American Society of Civil Engineers recognized as a historic civil engineering landmark. This is the view of the coast during the New Year Eve. Sydney fireworks started in 1976, and from 1996 and 97 onwards, there is a theme each year. To watch the fireworks, bumper crowds with many people waiting for hours to secure a good view spot for the midnight display. This is the midnight colorful lights at the Sydney Harbour and Opera House, Royal Botanical Garden and Harbour Bridge. For the Sydney's New Year Eve 2025 celebration, it is estimated that over 1 million of people gathered around Sydney Harbour from across the globe to witness the midnight fireworks spectacle. The event featured a grand fireworks display from the Sydney Harbour Bridge and Opera House, along with indigenous ceremonies and performances. On the eve, it looks so beautiful and colorful with people from different parts of the world. The celebration included performance by Robbie Williams and indigenous ceremonies that acknowledged the land's traditional owners. See how beautiful the bridge is looking in the night on the eve of the New Year. As we look across, we can see the enthusiasm of the people to attend and welcome the New Year. To accommodate the crowds to attend the New Year Eve, continuous public transportation services for 46 hours is provided with 1,000 extra trains, 29,000 buses and 600 metro services. Now the count is started, welcoming the New Year. Since 1996, each New Year is celebrated and welcomed with a theme. For the New Year 2025, Baharungaru, it's a woman of Australian history, is the theme. Baharungaru was an Australian Aboriginal woman best known for her interactions with the British colony of New South Wales during the initial years of European colonization of Australia. Watching the colorful display of fireworks, welcoming the New Year with a joyous crowd is a memorable and a lifetime opportunity. It is a memory of lifetime, carrying Australian New Year celebrations to our home and cherish forever. Australia is a beautiful country. There are beautiful spots are there for tourists to visit, stay and enjoy the delicacies of Australia. Thank you for watching the video. Please comment, share and also suggest for any improvements. Thank you once again.